very important, because during while reading different newspapers, while listening to different TV shows, you must have heard about V-shaped recovery, U-shaped recovery, W-shaped recovery, L-shaped recovery, K-shaped recovery. So there are different types of recessions, there are different types of recoveries. So what exactly this recession or recovery mean? So ये बड़ा important है, because इससे पहले कि हम लोग समझे that how COVID-19 has impacted Indian economy and its different dimensions. First, it is very important to understand what what is the shape of recession and what is the shape of recovery, how economy goes down and comes up. ये बड़ा important है. So आओ समझते हैं इस चीज को. First is V-shaped recession and recovery. So what is V-shaped recession recovery? Economy goes down, starts recovering after it hits the bottom, right? The economy suffers a sharp decline for a brief period with a clearly defined trough, followed by a strong recovery. The recoveries that followed the recession of 1920-21 and 1953 in the United States are classic examples of V-shaped recoveries. So ये बड़ा important है कि जब हम recovery की बात कर रहे हैं, that what exactly should be the shape of recovery. You see, ये 1953 का US का recession है, ये उसी का diagram है. You can see 1952 quarters की हमने बात की है. Uh, 1952 quarter 1, this is quarter 2, this is quarter 3, this is quarter 4. So quarter 3 में economy starts going up. Then 1953 का जो quarter 1 है उस तक आते आते ये economy जो है ऊपर peak को touch कर लेती है. Then it starts coming down. और quarter 1 से लेके quarter 4 तक means at least पूरा साल लिया इसने नीचे आने को, complete 1 year, right? उसके बाद फिर इसमें रिकवरी होती है 1954 क्वार्टर 1 से लेके 1952 का क्वार्टर 2. तो आप देख लो लगभग around 15 months. It took 15 months to go up again. So it is classic V-shaped recovery. You can see the जो growth trend है economy का over the period of time. So this is percentage change. On the y-axis we have taken percentage change in real GDP. Economy goes up, sorry, economy goes down, it comes up, right? तो ये एक V-shape जो बनती है. So this is V-shaped recession recovery. तो यहाँ पे कुछ important जो है वो ये है कि economy suffers a sharp decline. Economy suffers a sharp decline for a brief period with a clearly defined trough followed by a strong recovery, right? Many economies in the world, especially Chinese economy, it experienced V-shaped recovery. India के बारे में भी, in fact, for many economies of the world, IMF had predicted V-shaped recovery. You must have read in the newspaper that IMF has predicted a strong V-shaped recovery. If you remember, जो इंडिया की जो growth rate थी, वो 2000 for the year 2020-21, for the year 2020-21, इंडिया की जो growth rate थी, it was around -9.5% के आसपास थी. और IMF ने 2021-22 की growth rate predict की around 11.5% के आसपास. तो इकोनॉमी -9.5 जा रही है नीचे इन द ईयर 2020-21 एंड इट इज गोइंग अप बाय 11.5%. सो इट वुड बी लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज -9.5 एंड दिस इज 11.5, right? But it didn't happen because now many economists say that Indian growth rate including growth rate in many countries, will experience K-shaped recovery. So what is K-shaped recovery? We'll come to that. अभी ये समझ में आ गया? इतना सारा आ गया समझ में? Right? हाँ जी, online students, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, U-shaped recession and recovery. A type of economic recession that takes longer than V-shaped recovery. Longer than V-shaped recovery. Economy goes down, remains there for a particular stretch, then comes up. V-shaped recovery में जो पिछली recovery थी, economy hits the bottom, and after hitting the bottom, it immediately starts coming up, right? But in U-shaped recovery, economy goes down and there is marginal fluctuations at the bottom. There are some marginal fluctuations. Economy is going up, coming down, going up, coming down, and it remains there until a time comes when it goes up for a sustained period of time. You see, economy goes down. 1973 का quarter 3, recession of 1970-75. This is United States का केस है ये. Especially जो मैंने आपको बात की थी stagflation की, जब USA में because of oil crisis. Now this is a classic example of oil crisis. 1973 quarter 3, economy experienced a huge recession, right? GDP growth कहां से देखो नीचे आके -2 पे चली गई, right? It remained here. And 1975 का first quarter, almost 2 years, for almost 2 years, economy it experienced recession, and then it goes up with a definite trend line, right? So this is a classic example of U-shaped recovery. Under this, GDP, employment, and industrial output sharply decline and remain depressed, typically over a period of 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2 years. So in this case, 2 years, right? Before start recovering. 1973-75 recession in the United States can be cited as a notable example of U-shaped recovery. The crisis began with the onset of oil crisis of 1973. That led to one of the worst stock market downturns in the modern history, which affected all the major stock markets in the world. So one of the worst stock market downturn in the modern history that affected major stock markets in the world. Stock market crash of one country affects another country because the world is an integrated unit. Because in the modern globalized world, all the countries, they are linked. Just because of global financial crisis, which started in USA in 2009, you know, the sports market, the sports industry of Jalandhar, it experienced a setback of worth rupees 80,000 crore. 80,000 crore ki there was decline. There was loss of rupees 80,000 crore. Now, how this sports industry is linked with some foolish exercise of some big banks of USA. But this is how economy works. Ripple effect, because impact of one sector, it spreads to another sector, right? And from another sector, it spreads to some third, fourth, fifth sector, and then from one country it spreads to another country, right? W-shaped recovery, recession recovery. Economy goes down, recovers with a short period of growth, then goes down again before finally recovering, giving up, down, up pattern. It is also called double dip recession. The United States during January to July 1980 experienced initial recession, then entered recovery for almost a full year before dropping into a second recession 81 to 1982. The Eurozone crisis of early 2010 is another example of W-shaped recovery. So you see, economy goes down, 1980 quarter two. Now this is again American economy, 1980 quarter two. Economy goes down, goes up after hitting the bottom, it goes up immediately. Then again, after hitting the top, it again goes back, goes down. ठीक है, फिर नीचे काफी देर रह के फिर it goes up. So W-shaped recovery. Goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up. Double dip recession. Even some people, some economists, they predicted that even India could experience, because हमने क्या कहा था? हमने कहा था कि for example, March, in mid-March, March 21, when lockdown was announced by Prime Minister Modi, right? So we were expecting that by July, August, things will become, comfortable and economy will start rising. And some, economists, they cautioned that if there would be winter outbreak of COVID-19, then again, we have to go for lockdown. And it happened. Again, lockdown was there. So some economists, they started saying that India might experience W-shaped recovery. Going down, coming up, because going down, especially during the lockdown period, जब lockdown हट जाएगा, economy will come up, bounce back. Again, winter outbreak would be there, economy will go down, right? And when वो दूसरा challenge खत्म हो जाएगा, economy will go up. So this is W-shaped recovery. So many economists, they said that India might experience W-shaped recovery, right? Now there is L-shaped recovery. This is another thing. The most brutal of different shapes of recession. सबसे खतरनाक. Economy goes down, it remains there for a sustained period of time. It happened in Japan. It is called lost decade in Japan. When depicted as a line chart, graphs of major economic performance may visually resemble the shape of the letter L during this period. Under this, the economy undergoes a severe recession and does not return to trend line growth for many years. ऊपर आती ही नहीं इकोनॉमी, नीचे जाती है, वहीं रह जाती है. The classic example of L-shaped recession occurred in Japan following the bursting of Japanese asset price bubble in 1990. The Greek economy recession 2007-16, because ग्रीस में जब आया था ये, जिसको हम जिप्स क्राइसिस कहते हैं, जिप्स क्राइसिस क्या थे? ग्रीस, इटली, आयरलैंड, पोर्टुगल, स्पेन, इनको जिप्स नेशंस कहा जाता है. G for Greece, I for Italy, I for Ireland, P for Portugal, S for Spain. Right? पहले आयरलैंड नहीं था, आयरलैंड ज्वाइन लेटर. पहले थे ग्रीस, इटली, पोर्टुगल, स्पेन. इनको पहले पिग्स कहा जाता था. Then these nations, they protested that this is not good name, pigs. It's very derogatory. So it was changed to gyps. So ये तो ऐसा था जैसे चार सुअर इकट्ठे हो गए, right? So it was called gyps. So it started with Greece. Greece, ये जो Eurozone crisis जो थे 2009-10 के, it started with Greece. Greece इसका जन्मदाता है, right? Because Greece economy basically it stands on two planks. One is shipping industry, second is tourism. ठीक है? When 2008 global financial crisis occurred, both these sectors, shipping and tourism, they were hit hard. So Greece economy experienced recession. लेकिन ग्रीस ने बड़ा पैसा मार्केट से उठा रखा था, और ग्रीस की गवर्नमेंट ने बाहर से बड़ा पैसा उठा रखा था, बाहर की गवर्नमेंट से, जिसको हम कहते हैं सोवरेन डेट. सोवरेन डेट. और इतना पैसा उठा रखा था और बैंक्स के पास भी इतना फ्लो ऑफ मनी था कि उन्होंने सारा का सारा पैसा बांट रखा था लोगों में। जब क्राइसिस आए, लोगों से पैसा मांगा, पीपल सेड नो। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में क्या हुआ था जब हाउसिंग क्राइसिस आए? मेरा एक घर है, लेट अस से माय हाउस इज वर्थ ₹1 crore. I pledged it. I pledged my house for ₹1 crore and took loan of ₹1 crore. Right? Later on, what happened that there was fall in property prices. 1 crore का जो घर था उसका प्राइस रह गया 50 लाख। राइट? मेरे को बैंक को कितना देना है? 1 crore। 1 crore देना है ना, लेकिन प्रॉपर्टी प्राइस कितना है? 50 लाख। तो बैंक बोलता जी लोन वापस करो, तो मैंने कहा नहीं, आप घर रख लो। आई सेड आप घर रख लो, वो गिरवी रखा भाई मैंने आपके पास, आप घर रख लो अपने पास। और जब मैंने ये किया तो मुकेश ने भी ये किया, आप सबने ऐसा किया, ठीक है। एंड व्हेन thousands of people did this, housing prices again came down, market expectation they turned negative, again expectation। वो 50 लाख का घर रह गया 25 लाख का। बैंक की बैलेंस शीट ही खराब हो गई, लोन दे रखा है करोड़ का। समझा रही बात? लोन दे रखा है करोड़ का, मिल रहे हैं 25 लाख। बैंक तो लॉस में, बैंक जो है। अब उन बैंक्स के जो शेयर प्राइसेस थे, दे क्रम्बल डाउन, देयर वाज स्टॉक मार्केट क्राइसिस, मार्केट क्रैश कर गई एकदम से। ये बड़े बड़े बैंक्स, मैरिल लिंच, लेमन ब्रदर्स, गोल्डमैन सैक, ये वो बैंक्स थे जो इफिल टावर तक की इंश्योरेंस किया करते थे, धड़ाम से गिरे ये। इसको कहते हैं बर्स्टिंग ऑफ द बबल। तो ये जो जापान का आपने देखा ना, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताया, बर्स्टिंग ऑफ जापानीज एसेट प्राइसेस बबल इन 1990। बबल मींस गुब्बारा फूल जाता ना, फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है, या ऐसे करके उसका वो जो रबड़ से बांध रखा खोल दो एकदम से, ठीक है। सो दिस इज बर्स्टिंग ऑफ बबल, राइट। So you see lost decade in Japan 1987 से 88 में, it started going down। हाँ बोल सकते हैं, लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए it came down, then again it came down and remained there for a long period of time। So this is called lost decade in Japan। जापान में ग्रोथ रेट जो थी वो एकदम नीचे थी काफी टाइम तक, राइट। सो दिस इज L-shaped recession recovery। Now K-shaped recession and recovery, it's a two-stage recession where one part of society experiences V-shaped recession, one part of society experiences V-shaped recession, while other parts of society experiences slower, more protracted L-shaped recession pattern resembling letter K in charting। The term K-shaped recovery became popular during the sharp recession in United States accompanied by COVID-19 pandemic and was used to describe the uneven economic recovery across different sectors, industries, and groups of people in the economy। Even in India, many economists predicted the K-shaped recovery of Indian economy। So K-shaped recovery means economy goes down, but few industries, they rise up, they experience a strong recovery, and other industries, they remain at the bottom for a sustained period of time। So those industries which are going up, technology, IT, स्पेशली IT सेक्टर एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। अब इस कोविड टाइम में कितना लैपटॉप बिका है, कितना मोबाइल फोन बिका है, कितने घरों में ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्शन, वाईफाई कनेक्शंस लगे। समझाएगी बात? सो टेक्नोलॉजी, रिटेल, ऑनलाइन, स्पेशली रिटेल बिजनेस, सॉफ्टवेयर सर्विसेज। सो So this is growth rate. K is like this. So this is rise. This is, fall. So ये जो इंडस्ट्री है नीचे वाली, इसमें ट्रैवल है, एंटरटेनमेंट है, मूवीज है. कौन सी मूवी देखी है आपने 2 सालों में? है ही नहीं कोई. वही आया, ठीक है. हाँ, समझा गई बात. Hospitality, food services, all these industries, they experience decline. समझा गई बात, ठीक है. So this is K-shape. So even in India, many economists predicted K-shaped recovery of Indian economy because few industries, they are rising, and many industries, they have experienced this protracted L-shaped trend line. I hope it is clear to everyone. Online students, is it clear? Any question, any query with regard to the recoveries and shapes and recoveries?
It is clear, sir.
Okay, good. So this is all from my side today, right?